Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Techologies Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge. Let me turn down my mic a little bit here because we're getting a little bit of clip in there, so I do apologize about that. We are here. We are ready to go. Hopefully you're ready to go because I'm ready to go, and this is going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to enjoy the racing that is racing, and, it's Sunday in NASCAR season, those kinds of things. It's going to be a tough one. Alpha Gaming out there. I think it's going to be a good race. I think you guys are going to show up in droves, and it's going to be a ton of fun, and we're going to enjoy it. And I'm going to do something different real quick. We're going to, our SDK link is not working like it's supposed to, so we're going to switch it on over. We're going to switch some things up. We're going to pop that off, and we're going to pop that off, and which means other things aren't going to be shown, but that's okay. These things do happen, and SDK is SDK. Good to see everybody out there. I hope you are we're live. It is the AMP Cup Series here on Iracing. Iracing is the platform for sim racing. Indianapolis is on tap for week 9, and these drivers are ready to go. I'm pretty excited because I'm a big fan of flat track racing, but I'm a big fan of all the speeds and all the accoutrements that come into play for this one. So hopefully everybody gets to enjoy some racing here. I know it's New Hampshire's going through its issues right now, but it's seeming like it's going to be a good race. Tonight's race is going to be Gamadil. It's going to be presented by Gamadil Tech. Make sure you go to Gamadil Tech. Gamadil Tech. Gamadil Tech. Let me say it correctly. I'm gonna mess that up, and I apologize. But they do have some awesome gaming PCs, and for the price of what I'm seeing on their website, absolutely affordable, absolutely incredible. So make sure you check them out. They do have a Quicksilver version of their PC, which is absolutely amazing. So I encourage you folks to go check them out, gamadiltech.com. If you are looking for it, there's a link in the description there on YouTube. I encourage you to do so. Go check them out, see what they've got. Buy yourself a motherboard. They do have a lot of things on their website that you can look at, you can check out, and we appreciate them coming on board to help the AMP Iracing Cup Series knock it out of the park. It is going to be 50 laps, 3 tire changes, 1 fast repair, 75 degrees on the air temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and a 4-mile-an-hour wind for the AR audio weather report. It is the 2.5-mile length quad oval here for Indianapolis at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the iconic Indy. That's what it is. 101 degrees on the track temperature. It's going to be spicy. Here's your starting grid for today's race, as we'll have to load in a few extra things, so I do apologize to the drivers for not having their paints loaded in correctly, apparently. That's the way I'm seeing it. Rob is going to be your pole sitter. Joshua Barr is going to be your outside pole sitter. Andrew Davis, David Ament Jr. are going to be out there, row number 2. Scrutenbohr is going to be out there with Zukic. Zukic isn't that too? He's going to be a contender tonight, I do believe. Chris Cornett, RB Turner out there, row number 4. Row number 5 is going to be James Beard and Aaron Ryan. Ryan DeLucas and Jordan Lane going to be out there, row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Michael Boisvert and Zach Thompson. Daniel and Beauclair are going to be out there, row number 8. Row 9 is going to be Lee Watson, Michael Daniels, and Colby Peterson is going to be out there in the mix. Good to see all the drivers out there. Thank you to all the drivers showing up tonight. They get a search performance for knocking it out of the park. Premier Racing Setups, a part of the Signature Esports family. Make sure you go to PRSsetups.com. They have now released some road setups, and they do have 10 new builders in-house over there for PR Setups. So if you are looking for a new road series, or even if you want to get week 3 setups, I can get them early. Get out there and find them today at prsetups.com or Premier Racing Setups if you want to get out there and look at them. This one's done. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. We're going to see just what the driver's going to be able to bring to the table today. There's Aaron Ryan out there. Not Aaron Ryan, sorry. It's Andrew Davis giving you some love out there. Some VR drivers in the mix for the Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams. Much love to everybody knocking it out of the park and setting up the driver cams today. Of course, the Red Bull Racing Machine back at the driver cams this week. Of course, there is Aaron Ryan, the AR audio driver. I'm clicking through them kind of fast. Probably shouldn't, because we got a big track here. This is a big track. It's going to be single line into the corner. It's going to be single groove on the exit until you get to the straightaways, where you're going to see just how much the draft is going to play in effect. and just how much these drivers could be able to push in. And so we'll take a look at Grijalva out there. Much love to the Grijalva fam. If you have not done so, and you were out there watching on YouTube, let's go. LPA says, Russell, much love, Russ. I encourage you, if you're out there watching on YouTube, make sure you hit your settings cog. Make sure you get out there and you change your settings to 1440p, because it is a part of what we're doing here. And I thank everybody enough to to give us the opportunity to be able to do those kinds of things. But I want to tell you that without that option, it's been absolutely bombastic when it comes to being able to do it. So much love to you. Thank you to everybody out there watching and showing the love and doing the cool things that you folks do, because this is going to be a ton of fun. I'm excited to see what these drivers are going to be able to present. It is going to be a great racetrack. It's going to be a lot of speed, a lot of time, a lot of energy going to be locked in here tonight as these drivers go to work. It's going to be 50 laps of pure fun. That's the way I see it. All right, drivers are ready. I'm ready. Hopefully you're ready. We're ready to go. Restart zone. Green flag for 50 laps here at Indianapolis. Turn one will be busy. Grijalva, Josh Barr, Andrew Davis, side by side, corner exit. The wall is the most biting thing on this racetrack, so make sure you got to make sure you keep it clean and keep it clear. As I do believe I asked you to. Okay, let's go, Budgie Bird. Drivers working the corners down to the bottom side, watching in 4K on your VR. Heck yeah, man, I like it. I'm excited for that. Eventually, we'll be at true 4K. So thank you very much. I like to hear it. I like to hear that you folks can watch this racetrack unfold and watch our races unfold at a higher quality. We've been at 1080 for a long time, but I'm a bigger fan of if I have a 1440p monitor, I want to be able to make sure you guys can see this thing at 1440p. You know what I mean? With theirs going to be right in the mix, up 4 spots early. 12:57 on the iRating has RB Turner right behind Bryant Lucas, trying to make that outside lane work. And inside lane work, gets into the corner, is going to drop in. 7's going to be in the back bumper. That is Aaron Ryan on tow. And the gyro cam, we'll see what the bump is going to happen here. Big bump, maybe drop to the inside. That's what we're seeing out of that car. Aaron Ryan pushing here as they continue to go. There is the Gamadil Technologies logo on your screen. You see this Quicksilver logo pop up every once in a while. We appreciate it. Hopefully it looks good for you. That's what's most important. And we do have our chats for YouTube and Twitch linked up like they're supposed to be, so we can appreciate that. Down the long straightaway here on the front straightaway, you see Grijalva down in that second lane. You'll see Andrew Davis in tow, 54.47, fastest lap of the race so far, as right now to 33 in tow. 33 leads in the points coming into today's race. As I was looking at earlier, RB Turner 2 points off of the race, the series standings. Right now, Andrew Davis would carry that, and this is the onboard of it. But RB comes in with 263 of those 265 points he would need. 265 points for Andrew Davis on the race. 2 points behind is going to be RB Turner in second. Chris Cornett, 261 on the series so far. So just a 4-point deficit between first and third. James Beard, the Beardman, is not in today's race, but would have been a good fourth spot. But Zukic with today's race, he and Scrotenboer are tied for fifth in the point standings, 231 on today's race. So we're going to see how these points shake up. Of course, wins are everything. Grijalva with 2 wins on the series so far. Chris Cornett has 2 wins, and Zukic has a win as well. Joshua Barr has a win on the series, and then Aaron Ryan with 2 wins, trying to rebound. He had to take a little bit of time off, but always incredible to see what those drivers are going to be able to do. Let's go, Grijalva, says Joe out there. Grijalva out front. And right now inside, David O'Man is going to be in and out. 54.07, the fastest lap of the race last time by. Pushing the corner here is going to be trying to push out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Drivers are doing a pretty bang-up job right now getting into the corner. And right now, utilizing that bottom line to hook up. David O'Man has a little bit of blink going on there. It's going to be... It's a dangerous situation to be in whenever you're having when you're having a draft blink like that, Andrew Davis backing off the corner. It's going to be fine, though, as they get into the race line. Here is the spectator cam. Here's what it looks like from the grandstands here at Indy. That's turn 1, turn 2 for the 33s. They come around to the back straight away as we see Iracing doing a little bit of that. Hey, we're going to render this whenever we feel like it instead of having it rendered the entire time. It's a big track and a lot of acreage here as they come down to the back straightaway. Grijalva leads by 0.2 of a second. We'll see what David Ament is going to be doing. Andrew Davis in third as they would work. Again, spectator cam looking pretty darn snazzy here for these drivers as they continue to push. Grijalva out front. Let's check through your field. Jeremy Daniel right here soaking up the draft behind Aaron Ryan all the way to the bottom side, trying to get around Beard. Beard is in today's race. I do apologize about that. I don't know why it didn't show up on my other relative, but it is. He is there. I promise he's there. Brian Lucas. Oh, man. That was the 5 of Jeremy Daniel. Bryant Lucas hits the wall. Caution comes out. Beard having to stop as well. We're going to reset some cameras here again. Far chase view for a lot of what we have here. There's Beard on the bottom side. I think Bryant came around and got into him, so we'll take a look. Here's RB Turner. Oof. RB having to stop there. Take a look at Jeremy Daniel got through that one just fine. Bryant Lucas involved. Let's take a look here. Oh, the 7 was on the back bumper of the 5. Well, it was a 5 on the relative there. That was James Beard. He's got the 5 on that one. Let me reset double check and make sure that the paints are loaded in correctly, because I see the prime on board James Beard there. Take a look here. Ooh, it was Aaron Ryan just shoving down the straightaway there. Go back and see how that's set up from the corner. Aaron Ryan was there. 5 gets a little free. 7 checks out of it. It's down, little bump, real close bump. Oh, it was just a whole lot of close racing. And Bryant Lucas up under the wall here. A lot of drivers going to come to pit road, I do believe. We'll see what's going to happen here as they meet up with the pace car. As Grijalva is going to be your race leader. Best thing about this racetrack is everything. 757-536-5155. If you are in the Outer Banks, North Carolina area, just right there in that Virginia line, you're going to call CNL if you need luxury vinyl planks. And, of course, all of the things that he brings to the table with his 34 years of experience of hardwood floors, CNL carpets, my recommended version out there. AR Audio is Aaron Ryan Audio. Make sure that you find him on the social media. He is all about setting up the right kind of audio for you. That's the way I see it. Yeah. Quicksilver, fast moving, always evolving. That's going to be the Quicksilver computer lineup that you have. I'm going to take a look. It's the Quicksilver D5 gaming PC. They have a D2 gaming PC as well, but the D5 gaming PC, I'm going to take a look. Here's what the specs are as I load into it. The Quicksilver D5 gaming PC is a powerhouse of performance and style, featuring a sleek white case with a striking blue light accent. This computer is designed to impress. The black hose attached to the front adds a touch of modularity and sophistication, ideal for gamers and professionals alike. The Quicksilver D5 offers exceptional speed, graphics, and reliability. It'll elevate your gaming experience, streamline your work with this top-of-the-line computer. Let's see. Services for Gamadil Tech as well. I know that they're updating their website. They're getting the thing rolling. Hopefully, you'll be one of their first customers from the Signature Esports family getting out there. At Gamadil Technologies, they offer a range of services to meet your technology needs. They provide PC repair, diagnostics and troubleshooting services, virus and malware removal, hardware and software upgrades, data recovery, backup solutions, laptop and desktop repair. They do gaming PC builds, custom gaming PC builds tailored to your needs, high-performance hardware selection and installation, professional gaming cable management and setup optimization for maximizing gaming performance. We do have IT support, network setup and configuration, cybersecurity solutions, and threat protection, software installation updates, technical support for hardware and software issues, IT consulting for businesses and individuals. We also do data transfer and migration, computer cleaning and maintenance, technology consulting and advice, customer technology solutions for businesses and individuals. We do on-site support, remote support, phone and email support, emergency support available. Get started. Contact them today. Learn about their services and how they can help you with their technology needs. It's awesome. We like seeing it. We like seeing small businesses get out there and what an industry to be at, especially, in the similar needs that we have here with the gaming technology. You got to check them out and go give them some love and give them some support. I encourage you to do so because, well, let's face it, without a computer, I couldn't do what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. Gamadil. Gamadil. I think it's Gamadil or Gamadil. And if it's Gamadil, that's cool. If it's Gamadil, it makes sense. However it is, I do apologize for the mispronunciation. I said it wrong at least one time. It's the way it is. Folks, again, if you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do over here at Signature Esports to be able to provide more and more for these gamers and, of course, these iRacers out here, because the most important thing that we can offer is the opportunity for these drivers to be well represented through the iRacing platform. And iRacing is such a big platform with tens of thousands of drivers each week signing on, and making sure that they take care of getting ever improving. I mean, this simulator is all about ever improving. It's the gains in iRatings. It's the gains in safety rating. It's the gain in licenses. It's the gain in your leagues. It's the gain in the official series. With the ultimate dream of being able to compete for that $100,000 a year in the Pro Series, if you're selected for it or have the time to commit to it, because I'm going to tell you that it is a time commitment more than it is anything else. That is the way that iRacing has worked, and you can always appreciate what iRacing is going to be able to bring to the table. Chris Cornett back here, third line, a little blink there. It's good though. Sukic is going to be right there on the outside of the number 2 car. 2 Fords lead the front row. Andrew Davis in a Chevy, Scrotenborg in a Ford, then a Chevy, and then a Ford on the restart here. Josh Barr, first Toyota of the field. As we get ready to it, we're going to be going green flag racing back here again. Down they go. Green flag, 9 of 50. A green flag pit stop is good. But we're going to see what these drivers can do as they continue to push. Had to grab a drink there real quick. Do apologize about that. A little frog in my throat there. Grijalva out front. That's the speeds of Scrotenborg there. As David Ament tries to take the inside lane over Grijalva. Grijalva way out to the wall. We'll see Andrew Davis in tow as they come down that straightaway. I love the cameras here. I love what we see and everything that we try to prove and present when it comes to what iRacing has here. Andrew Davis on the outside trying to extend over David Ament. David Ament on the short shoot here out of 3 and 4 will be able to lock into the bottom side. Andrew Davis will have to close in and now get back into the draft. That outside lane is prevalent here, but we'll see what Grijalva can do. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, big on the The absolute speed that we see, David Ament having an issue there. See, 190 miles an hour, 206, the top speed for your race leader. Aaron Ryan hitting 209 miles an hour, according to what SDK has given me as far as everything that we see. And that can be in the draft. It could be a ton of speed. We've seen those kinds of speeds everywhere else, but I'm thinking that there's just some flickering going on there right now. 188 and the SDK relative really starting to showcase and show up. We appreciate what everybody's got going on. Caution comes out, and it's going to be insane. What we were looking at with trading paints. Yeah, and I know Andrew sent me a... I started trading paints whenever the race went, so that's thank you, Andrew, very much. I appreciate you. It was one of the things I was looking at just a moment ago. I wanted to make sure that some of the paints were correct, because I saw some of the numbers weren't correct, like Beard's car back here on the number 5. I wanted to make sure that everybody was good to go. Got the number 5 on there. They're re-downloading again. And a lot of the paints aren't working. Those who are out there who are with league races and stuff like that, I try to update trading paints a couple of times throughout the start of practice, and that's just kind of how things work. Because quite often we'll have issues just like that, where some drivers will have an issue. Right now, a couple of drivers are going to be staying out. Aaron Ryan coming around. I think some of the drivers had to come to pit road early there. That was one of the things I was looking at. Let me bounce over here. We're going to see what happened here with Aaron Ryan and a couple of the drivers here. This one happened on lap 12. It'll be Aaron Ryan right here coming off pit road. Let's take a look. Oh, that was violent. Back up. There's the 2 and the 88 there. I think the 88 got free. It'll be Chris Cornett here. Watch this. He did. It's got a little slideways there. And came down, and the 2 had nowhere to go. Chris Cornett gets freed up. Things happen right front, torn up, but he's good to go. Let's check on these paint schemes again. Beard's paint still running the number 5. It says all the trading paints are updated. So, no. Hopefully all the rest of the paints are good to go. We'll have to see. James Beard rolling. He's going to be your race leader. 28 on the relative. Second caution of the race. Jump in real quick and take a look. All right, had to verify some paint schemes. All right. Lots of good things. Lots of good things. All right, Beard, Thompson, Grijalva, David Owen Jr. is going to be in that second row on the outside, 22, ready to rock and roll. Andrew Davis is going to be off 2, but a couple of drivers staying out who came out on lap 7. Maybe saving some tires, saving some fuel. Fuel strategy is going to be a big key here for the drivers as well. Grijalva led every lap up until this point, and is looking to be he's probably going to try to move forward. I think fuel is going to be a big concern as well. Having an extra set of tires is a big deal. You know what I mean? So if the tires really haven't worn out right now, opportunity might be knocking for some of the drivers. James Beard, Zach Thompson on the front row. So Chevy leads 3 Fords at a Toyota. Joshua Barr here on the Toyota. Look at have the top 5. Knight. He's the only Toyota. We gotta. I don't know. I normally root for the Chevy group, but maybe we root for a Toyota today, because since Josh is the only Toyota out there, you know, the lone Toyota. Tell me, folks, what do you think is what do you think is the Toyota? You know, I mean, what do people like the Toyota? Do they not like the Toyota? That's kind of my question. All right, Pace Truck's gonna dive in. There he is, and now we're ready. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. How about we do it? We're going. We're green. 16 of 50. Beard to the front. Little debris flying with a little bit of a blink there. We'll see Grijalva get to the inside. Grijalva able to try to make quick work on the 4. Going to be a little free. Tires have to have a chance to warm up. The dirty air makes the car shake around a little bit. A half-second difference here from James Beard to Grijalva. Zach Thompson able to keep the outside working. Thompson going to be able to drive into the corner. The gear shift's not changing yet. 12's free, but he's going to give up the room. Able to break the draft. Going to be good to go as the 4 gets slid up the race line there. A little net code movement. And right now, oh, they're getting turned. Okay, we're not. That was the commentator's curse. Oh, they're still wrecking. Joshua Barr. It's sent around. Bryant Lucas coming around. He was catching up to the field here. Is going to be 2 laps down. Should be your lucky dog here in that case. James Beard still your race leader. Grijalva will be second. And man, that one looked painful. It looked absolutely painful. Okay, commentate. It's my fault, Josh. I'll take the blame on that one. Comes out of the corner. Oh, wrong place, wrong time situation there. The 4 was up high. The 33 shot the gap there. 33 got a little free, and that saved him. Oof. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. 4 was trying to avoid the wall. And then, oh, who is that nailed the corner there? There's Jeremy Daniel. He was involved. There's Beauclair. He was able to stop. Was that RB? Oh, it was RB. Trying to stop, and got Yeetus to lead us. Oh! Michael Daniels involved as well. They were trying to slow down. It was like, oh man, they're still wrecking, but ouch. Sorry, wrong button. Cockpit view. Here's what, this is them coming out of the corner, getting up to speed. Third caution of the race coming out here as we'll take a look. RB had a good run here to the 5. Loud pedal asylum driver right in front, Jeremy Daniel. Out of the corner, they're wrecking, seeing smoke, and then all of a sudden, oh, the touch, the feel of asphalt. Ouch. Beard out front. Lucky dog's going to be Bryant. He's going to come around. Lucas is going to be an 18th. Jeremy Daniel on pit road getting the car worked on. A lot of damage for a lot of the drivers here as it would work. So, man, Bryant Lucas trying to work. Going to put him on the lead lap. do believe it's going to be close. I think he is on the lead lap. I think he's going to come around and be on the lead lap. I think he was only scored one lap down. We're going to throw on the old ticker up here and take a look, because sometimes things lie to me. Lucas coming to pit road, going to get down to the braking zone. 60 miles an hour on pit road is the pit road speed limit. It's like highway speed limits there. Looks to be on the lead lap, so maybe a chance to get the car worked on. He did get some of the damage repaired on his car, so I wonder if he is just trying to save for that fast repair. I don't know if he's used it or not. But James Beard out front. David Ament is going to be there. Lucas in 17th now, as we'll see Jordan Lane back to pit road. Car, some more taken care of. And opportunity will be knocking for all the drivers. All right, we're going to be doing it again in just a moment. Thank you to the AMP Racing Series here on Iracing. Iracing, the platform for sim racing. I want you to go out there, and I want you to use... I'm going to pick a driver. If you're going to join Iracing today, I encourage you to use Andrew Davis 22. We'll help him do it. Andrew Davis... with the number 22 at the end of Davis. Use the league owner. Because if you sign up for your membership, he gets a little bit of a kickback for that as a referral. And, yeah, give him some love. That'll help pay for league races. They cost money. They do cost money to do this. It costs money for these league owners to do what they do. Not only to do that, but also to help me. So, Andrew Davis 22. Davis 22. Davis 22. Davis 22. Number two. Yep. Because, there's Andrew Davis 1, Andrew Davis 2, Andrew Davis 3, that's how they cycle that, just so you know. Just like there's, a Jason Followill 1, a Jason Followill 2, but, there's no 1, it's just Jason Followill. Andrew Davis. Andrew Davis. You get what I'm saying. Go out there and sign up for this simulator day. Get out here and race with these folks, because it's a ton of fun. A couple of cautions today, as we'll see if anybody's going to try to put a little extra time and energy into maybe making this to the end. We'll have to see. The drivers came in, topped off on fuel. Like Grijalva here, maybe try to make it to the end of this race, as we're going to be 31 laps to go this time by, as James Beard will come around 4. Pace truck will dive in, and we'll go back to green flag racing here once again from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the old Indy. We like it. We love it. We want some more of it. What's up, Budgie? What's up, Penguin? Oh, it is lap 19 out of 50. It'll update in a second, because we have everything. There it is, 19 to 50. It'll be 20 this time by. Green flag. Beard, Ament, Andrew Davis. They are... Who's sending all that jazz? Who's sending all that jazz? Well, maybe well tapped for a couple of drivers there. It's going to make things a little bit interesting. Look at all the new subscribers out there on our wonderful platform. Look at all the fine folks that have been knocking it out of the park. If you missed our live stream just a little while ago, Penguin and I are, we do play a lot of Farming Simulator with Jess. But David Ament free there, 22, taps the wall a little bit. But we've got a new kind of farming simulator we just started playing, and that will be a version of Brian Lucas. You're still a lap down. Jeremy Daniel here. Colby Peterson coming to pit road here. We'll have to see what's going on with that driver. He's got some right side damage, that's for darn sure. Beard out front, Andrew Davis in second. Bumper to the bumper. We'll try to work the inside. Down to the back straightaway. He's got to run. We'll see if he's going to be able to make it work. We're Played a little Planet Crafter since the newest release and the newest update. We did that earlier. I encourage you folks that if you haven't done so, want to check out that video. We'll probably go do it again here a little bit because I didn't think that having 2 people on that game would make such a big deal, but it did. I'll tell you, that was insane. 22 to the bottom. I'm sorry, 33 to the bottom. 22 is going to be right back here. David Bent Jr. working the bottom side on Boisvert. Boisvert in that 48 rolling. 22 still having a little bit of connection issue there. Hopefully he's good. 12 on the bottom side. Grijalva trying to work up on the 48. Biggest move of the race right now is going to be James Beard. Bryant Lucas has a battle with Jeremy Daniel. Daniel just a little ahead of that number 5 car. We'd like to see it. How about James Beard rocking the corner? Right now, Andrew Davis in tow. Trying to work at wall taps for a couple of drivers there. When you get out of turn 3, when you get out of turn 1 and turn 3, you're going to have issues sometimes with finding that. How about that big run down the back, down the front straightaway? Big run for the 33. We'll be able to have that corner, breaks the draft, side draft, plays against the car that is on the inside here at this racetrack. And right now, 33 taking over the lead here. As Beard and Davis go at it. Davis trying to pull away. Scrodenboer's going to be in third. Grijalva behind Chris Cornett in the 88. Oh, baby. Somebody, it's Michael Boisvert there. A little Duracell action, able to save that. What a great save that was. We'll take a look here. There's a 48 right there. There's turn 1. Watch turn 2. Down to the bottom side. Down, 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 down. That was the pass there. Where was the pass? Oh, it's coming up right here. We're going to take a look here in a second. Sorry, folks. We're going to catch back on the racing. This is the reason why we got to work on having the right... gets up into the 2 there. Back off the throttle. It's just getting tight in the corner, carrying too much speed into the corner. And right now, 48 all the way to the bottom side. It's free out of the corner, and there's the save. Nice save. All right, back at it. That's what I was looking for. Andrew Davis out front. Beard's going to be in second. Scrodenboer's going to be in third. Chris Cornett up to 4th here as he and Grijalva try to work their way forward. In the Allied 88, Chris Cornett to the back bumper of the 40. David Bent back in 6th. Settling in right behind Grijalva. Sukic is going to be in 7th here, off 1 from the start of the race. Michael Daniels up 9 spots is your biggest move of the race. The number 3 car pushing forward, making it go. Mr. Penguin, how's it going? I'm just liking it. Just liking it. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. About halfway over now as we see it. There's a NASCAR race going. I don't know if it's even ended. It might have ended. Christopher Bell. Up the weekend. He got the win today, it seems like. Those are our Larson fans. He finished in 4th. How about this as well? I want to make sure I say this because I'm a big NHRA fan. And similarly, one of our sponsors, Beef Jerky Unlimited, has a lot of affiliation with that as well. Oh, baby. Cornett had a blink there. And that just completely checked up on the inside, freed up everything. A lot of drivers had a duck, dodge, dive. Those words. Dodgeball. Scrodenboer with a little blink as well. This track can sometimes do it. Those that didn't know, during the first, and this is one of the official statements from the NHRA, during the first round of the funny car eliminations at the Play NHRA Virginia Nationals on Sunday, John Force's funny car suffered an engine explosion at the finish line and then crossed the center line, striking both guard walls before coming to a stop. Force was alert and was examined on site by the NHRA medical team before being transported to the local medical facility for further evaluation. Regardless of what's going on there, racing is a dangerous sport no matter how you look at it. And thoughts and prayers out there to the Force family. John is an icon in the NHRA racing series. So I encourage you all to give some well wishes as well. Cornette free on the bottom side again. His car starting to whip out on some of the drivers. The hot temperature starting to play a factor as Davis is out front by 1.2 seconds over James Beard. 1.4 second deficit here as the 35 goes to get around the 12 here. That is Josh Barr trying to work his way back forward. A little bit newer sector here. 25 is when he came to pit road. And so trying to get himself back on the lead lap and maybe try to extend forward. Chris Cornette coming to pit road here as we're seeing some of the drivers just finding spiciness happen on this racetrack. So Mr. Force and, between John and Brittany and the whole Force family, we hope he's okay. We hope for some well wishes out there, and the last thing you want to do is have something bad happen on the racetrack. And he's as tough as nails, but you definitely want to keep finding the groove for those drivers. 35, the 12 to the outside. 12's going to drop into the corner. That's the 35 of Josh Barr. 17-15 on the iRating. Chris Cornette will be leaving pit road here with a new set of tires. Josh Barr coming around turn 4 is going to have a little bit of speed getting into the corner. The Cornette should still be able to get back on the straightaway here and be a little closer to getting his lap back, I think. We'll see, because Grijalva been trying to get around the 35 here. We'll see what the speeds are going to be like for these two drivers, as Chris Cornette will have Josh Barr right there ahead of him. So Cornette a lap down. We'll be back up to speed. We'll see if these newer tires can hold on. As Grijalva drops to the inside, 35 there to the outside. Grijalva trying to keep himself close between he, Davis, and Beard. 2.5 seconds separate. Scrotenborn the 40. Drop to the corner here. There's to the 22 of David Abent, still having a little bit of issue there. Sukic is going to be right behind, right where he started. And biggest movers of the race are going to be up 7 spots. James Beard, one of those drivers. Michael Daniels back here, going to be up 7. Maybe just trying to take a little bit of time. Bryant Lucas back here a lap down. We'll still look at lap 17 to be his own. James Beard still will need to come to pit road. He still has a little bit of a race deficit for some of the drivers. Maybe try to hold on to what we see here. Chris Cornette will be there to the back bumper of the 2. That is Justin Zukic. 88 with a blink there. Careful not to send somebody into the corner too heavily. We'll see what the 2 can do on corner exit. 88 to the back bumper. 88 might try to drop in with a little bit fresher tire. Again, the battle for the race is all around him. David Abent's going to be there. Aaron Ryan in tow. Aaron Ryan behind the 88 here. I'm sorry, behind the 22 there. We'll get around the 22. And those things can be scary at times for a lot of the drivers. How's the audio, folks? Everything good? Hopefully everything's working and looking good. Beard in second, Grijalva in third. These cars can run quite a few laps on the cycle here. Some of the drivers who came in on 17, topping up on fuel, no doubt trying to find the advantage there. Andrew Davis, 2-second deficit between he and Grijalva. 1 second, or I'm sorry, almost a 2-second deficit between he and Beard. James Beard's fall off right now, just about 0.2 of a second off of his race lap. Last time by, he did run 0.4 of a second off, but his relative to me showing about 0.2 of a second. As you see the 88 drop all the way to the bottom side. We'll see Zach Thompson back here in the number 4 car. There's RB Turner right in front of him. We'll see what this race is going to look like in front of him. Thompson up 5 spots in the number 4 car. Quicksilver, fast moving, always evolving as we go on to the onboard cams, and we'll let them have a little good stuff. Fantastic. I know that Iracing is best viewed from the comfort of your own cockpit, but the only way you can do that is going out there and going to Gamadil, get yourself a new PC today, and it'll help you run that Iracing spectacle. James Beard, Grijalva, rolling the corner. Grijalva extending over Scrotenbor as far as drivers with better tires and better fuel. There's going to be the drivers you see in front of you as the 35 does get around Grijalva here, and Beard. Joshua Barr will be trying to work on unlapping himself and then having to just pull ahead. It's going to be one of the things that we're going to see on this racetrack. So lots of things can happen. Lots of things can change. But at any given moment, here's your lucky dog, and he's going to try to unlap himself from that guy right there. 2.5 second difference as Grijalva gets around Beard. As the pass for second goes, David Owens Jr. in 7th. He is fast, and you don't want to see anybody have any internet issues. We've seen a couple of them today, but this track is so big, it has a lot to render. Sometimes can do that. We normally run about 120 to 144 frames per second on our monitor, and what we see, but even at this track, I still lose about 20 to 40 frames per second when it comes to the race line. I do stream at 60 frames per second, but when it comes to reaction time, those are the things that you are not used to seeing. So we'll throw it on exciting for you folks. We're going to let these drivers have at it for just a little bit. Thank you to all the drivers for being out there. Much love. Make sure you reach up and hit that like button. I'm going to refill my water, and I'll be right back because this is awesome. couple of drivers coming to pit road. Andrew Davis still out front here. So some green flag pit stops happening as we're 13 laps to go. This track is an absolute blast. It took a little bit longer there than what I expected, so I do apologize, folks. Had to reach out and grab some tea. I'm going to have to make some more tea, actually. Grijalva in second. Going to close in the pace. 3/4 of a second difference here as we'll see the 88 to the outside of the 12. Aaron Ryan's going to be in third. 6.5 back. We'll see if anybody's going to be able to save enough fuel here. 35 right in front of the race leader. Gets back on the lead lap. So Josh Barr working. Chris Cornett trying to do the same thing. He's going to have that blink there. 22. Working on 14th here off 10, but he's working forward. Sukic is going to be in 15th. So green flag pit stops happening. As Grotenboer, RB Turner coming to pit road. They're going to hit their green flag pit stops here as well. Maximizing your entrance to pit road is going to be huge. Right now, your race leader looking pretty fantastic. LittleHendrickCars.com on the race line for the 33. Congrats to a lot of the drivers getting in here and putting in the effort. Andrew Davis and Grijalva getting closer on pit road. They're going to be backing down their speed. Aaron Ryan coming to pit road as well. Trying to maximize getting in and out of pit road. Beauclair and Beauvais are going to be working and pushing as hard as they can. Big howdy to everybody out there. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Racing is absolutely insane. And Beauclair is going to be coming around to lead a lap here. Came in on 17. Beauvais came in on 12. So Lee Watson came in on 17. Still searching for tires as well. James Beard, first taker, came in on 37. Is ahead of Josh Barr. Came in on 25. And no doubt trying to make it to the end of this race with 11 laps to go. These drivers putting in every bit of the energy they could ask for. Andrew Davis and Grijalva coming off pit road will cycle out in front of James Beard, who's coming down the front straightaway, maximizing every bit of their input here. Grijalva making the pass on corner exit on the 33. We'll have to get up to speed. Grijalva traveling. It's around Andrew Davis. To take a look at Davis's speed there. He didn't get up. I don't know if he just didn't get up to speed fast enough there. Maybe down a gear. Maybe might happen. We'll have to see as he and Grijalva will go to work there. Beauclair is going to be out front. He is your race leader. Coming down to the bank straightaway. This long straightaway used to have seating on this side, but now doesn't. Good, interesting take to the drivers. Good to see everybody out there. I hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Thank you for the likes out there on all the platforms. Thank you to everybody watching. It is insane. Lee Watson in second. We'll try to continue to extend it right now. The gap between the two. See what the double life can do here. He's going to stay out for as long as he can and lead a lap. 17 is when he came to pit road. Beauclair is going to be coming down pit road. I think a lap led for that driver as well. So Beauvais and Beauclair both leading laps. Lee Watson's going to get credit for that as well. Michael Daniels coming around in that number 3 car. Give it on 17. A little bit of right front damage for the driver. We'll see if he's going to make that change. Jordan Lane came in on 17 as well. So 3 drivers still yet to hit pit road. As Grijalva leads over James Beard and Andrew Davis in on pit road for a stop and go. Oh, man. Having to get back around. Here's where he and Grijalva came to pit lane. This was just a moment ago, actually. Entered pits. That was 40 seconds. So that was for the stop and go. I want to check and take a look at the exit right here. I wonder if he was just going a touch too fast. He might have been. But take a look here. Didn't see. I don't know. Really see anything there. Maybe he got a penalty there. That was not impossible. We take a look here as the double lot leads behind the 6 of Bryant. Lucas still struggling with the car a little bit, but he's doing fine. This track is a pain in the tuchus for everybody. Andrew Davis had a great race happening for him there. He did. Lap 40, black flag when he left pit lane. So, be too fast exiting. Maybe what I'm seeing out of that one. Was it an unsafe pit exit? That is the way it is. Fastest lap of the race, 54.06 for Grijalva. James Beard, 6.3 back. Aaron Ryan is going to be in tow as well. 7 laps to go. Lee Watson out front, maybe trying to clutch here, trying to save. As the double lot came in on 17. 2.25 back is Michael Daniels. So it's a little bit of right front damage. Grijalva trying to close in that 9.5 seconds over the course of the next 7 laps. Last lap for Lee Watson, 57.86. Maybe trying to pull the fuel strategy out of this race. That's going to be insane. I've seen it done before. 6 laps to go. Not impossible. Joshua Barr off 5 from the start of the race. As the outside working, but does have a few drivers there to the inside. 22 there as well. 35, 22. Wall tap for the 2. Oh! There's the 22, 2. Working the corner. 35 there to the outside. That is saying the least. And right now, Grijalva closing in on the race pace here. James Beard, 7 3/4 back. Aaron Ryan in tow. Very fast right now. The 5 of Jeremy Daniel going to be in front of James Beard. Little wall tap there. Aaron Ryan closing in the distance. The battle for 4th here. Beaten up as Beard goes to the bottom. Ryan stays up high. He's going to be able to load into the corner. Gets up into the 5 a little bit there. Tried to load into the corner and drop into the bottom. As they both get free there. Ryan tries to unload. Gets down under the throttle. It's going to be able to clear the 5. And now we'll have to go back after James Beard. Grijalva closing in. Daniels. Top 3 nights so far. As Michael tries to... Ooh, he's going to be up in the wall here. Joseph Grijalva, 4 seconds now in closing to Lee Watson, who's making it 4 laps to go. Grijalva on the straightaway, trying to close it back in, trying to chase down that driver. There's a 6 to the bottom side, 12 rolling the corner. Lee Watson. Trying to have a top 3 night, not impossible. 2 3/4 second to Grijalva. Grijalva just can run flat out, and if Lee's in there saving it all, that's what we're hearing out of it. Back into the throttle he is. Be 3 laps to go, trying to save enough fuel to make it to the end. Clutching it in as much as he can. David Amend Jr. in and out. Sukic gets around, is going to be in front of the 22 as the 40 rolling. James Beard to 5th. Aaron Ryan got around James Beard just a moment ago, and Ryan still pushing forward as the drivers who came in on 17 still out there running right behind the 9. That's Jordan Lane in front of the 3 car here. Aaron Ryan has 3 seconds to close it himself. Grijalva now within striking distance. Lee Watson to the bottom side of the racetrack. Grijalva up high. Lee Watson trying to save what he can. Goes back to second. A top 3 night still to save fuel. That's still amazing. if Lee can make it all the way to the end. Grijalva will take over the lead with 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 this time by Michael Daniels. 3 off the corner. Aaron Ryan clears, goes to 3rd. Michael Daniels back to 4th. Now 5th as Beard goes around. The 3 within a hornet's nest. 10 seconds the gap between Ryan and Aaron Ryan. 2 laps to go. Lee Watson coming around 3 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 2. Grijalva down the back straightaway here. As 2.5 seconds separate. Ryan trying to close in for a top 2 night. Be an opportunity for his door to be open a little bit here for some of those points that he needs. There's right now the 9 of Jordan Lane right behind, separating he and James Beard. Scrotenbohr is going to be right there, wall tapped just a little bit. Give it a minute again, little issue there. As Michael Daniels will try to stay on the lead lap. White flag waves, final lap. Watson trying to hold on to 2nd with as much fuel as he can. Grijalva coming around 1 and 2. Looking for his 3rd win on the season. And a phenomenal job for the driver. Phenomenal job for the race line. Lee Watson holding on. Trying to have the strat. Just needs to make it 2 more corners. But Aaron Ryan is closing in. Aaron Ryan to Lee Watson. The battle for 2nd. In the clutch is the double lot. Grijalva around turn 4 for the final time. Joseph Grijalva comes home in victory lane by a significant margin. Lee Watson down the front straightaway, holding on. Going to come home 2nd. Almost had an opportunity for a win. He's out of gas. Hold on. Aaron Ryan. Oh, he didn't. But a close margin there. Lee Watson does finish 2nd. Aaron Ryan 3rd. By the margin of victory. Insane. Able to go 33 laps. 30 is kind of the max. And he saved enough fuel. He saved a lot of fuel to be able to make it toward the end. Fantastic race. Fantastic end. Lee Watson giving us the drama. I like it. Aaron Ryan so close. James Beard finished 4th. Zukic will finish 5th. And the drivers will come around, continue to complete their laps. Grijalva gets the victory here today. And absolute blast of a race. Fantastic race for not just the drivers, but all the viewers out there. Thank you to Gamadil out there. And thank you to all the drivers for tuning in tonight, and for all the folks who are watching on the replays. If you haven't done so, reach up at that like button for me. I appreciate it as always, and I know the drivers will appreciate it. The league will appreciate it, and keep everything working. The Brickyard comes in and knocks it out of the park. Grijalva gets the win. Watson 2nd. Aaron Ryan 3rd. James Beard, Zukic your top 5. Turner, David Ament, Barr, Scrotenbohr, and Thompson your top 10. 48, 88, 32, the next 3 drivers. Daniels is going to finish in 14th. Bryant Lucas is going to be the first driver, 1 lap down. Jordan Lane is going to be in 16th. Andrew Davis finishes a lap down. Probably had a top 3 night all night long. Pit road penalty, keeping him right there where it is, and that's unfortunate for him. Jeremy Daniel finishes in 18th. And then last driver out there, Colby Peterson, 20 laps down, but got out there and made the run. Fantastic. Budgie with the big old spinneroonie out there. Much love to you, Budgie. I appreciate you. Thank you to the drivers for being out there. It was insane. We're going to talk to your top 3. Gonna be fantastic. And we're going to talk to Grijalva first, but I'm thrilled to talk to Lee Watson here. I think that's some strategy playing out, and fantastic drive for him today. So fantastic run. We're waiting for Grijalva. He's right here. No, he's right here. There he is. He's fixing the camera. Is he making himself pretty? Come on, Grover. Hop up in there. Come on. I need him in Discord. Oh, he's in Discord. There he is. About ready to pull you up. Come on, tell me about it, man. You had a good little race happening there. Congrats on the victory here, third on the season. In this one, was, I mean, it's a great track, and ultimately, having a good pit road strategy and just being able to execute here was right in line with it. This just seemed like it was a day at the racetrack for the Indy track.
It's one of my favorite tracks coming from kart racing on the road. These corners, they kind of drive like a road course. There's only one groove. You can kind of work a second groove there, but if you do it wrong, you can hit the wall. So there's really one groove, honestly. But yeah, it's one of my favorite tracks. Just kind of, I think this one was pretty tough though. At Indy, I don't know why I had a hard time. I think I'm a lot better than I was here, but felt pretty goodish today.
Well, the track was spicy. The a lot of fast drivers out there. I think that's part of the thing that I see out of this. And plus, you had a guy out there that was trying the old. I'm going to call it the Van Scoik strategy because there's only one driver who's been able to save that much fuel on this racetrack and turn out to either win or be inside the top three, and that was Charles Van Scoik. So Lee was a guy I know you were tracking down there for a little bit. If he had one or two more laps of fuel in his car, what do you think the race would have played out?
Yeah, I figured first and second we're saving because I was catching him like a ton, and that was the call there. I was trying to flip a coin between staying out and trying to save or just going in and going all out at the end, hoping I can catch those guys. So I took a little extra on that last stop, and I decided we'll just try and catch up to him because a few guys are going to try to make the distance and save a few laps at the end. We were like 3-ish laps short, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to save here and there. But yeah, Lee had me worried. It was like 19 seconds, I think, and I got to 8. I'm like, oh, there's only 5 laps left. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna catch him. Yeah, if he had a couple laps of fuel to really push the car, I don't think I would have caught him, honestly.
Well, you did. You had a good race, and I know you and Andrew were working it there pretty hard, and it just goes to show that every day you show up is a day to improve and a day to get out there and try to get a win on one of these iRacing leagues. Congratulations, man! That was a ton of fun to watch, and yeah, it's gonna be good. We'll where are we going? That's where I want to. I got to do a better job of making sure the schedule's up before I go, hey, where are we at next week? Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. What's the plan for Atlanta? I don't know if it's new or old Atlanta, but what would be your plan regardless?
So unfortunately, the plan is to sit out the rest of the races because we're going back down to Louisiana.
Oh.
And we're doing so. I'm in the guard right now. I'm like, I'll just do another year, for the TRICARE and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know, I checked in February and they're like, yeah, we're going back to Louisiana for JRTC. I'm like, I just came from there.
Yeah.
So we're going next month. So I'll miss the rest of the races, unfortunately, but I'll see if I can catch them when we have time. Watch the replays, maybe.
Well, that's all the more important. Well, I'm glad to be able to get you back in here one more time before you had to ship off and shape out. And that's it's unfortunate for the iRacing career, but you know me, I'm all for it. I'm all for bettering ourselves as human beings, and you're doing a phenomenal job of doing that. Congratulations on the victory tonight, Joe. Much love to you. Give a shout outs, man. You get another win.
Yeah. Thank you for putting it on, for letting everybody watch the broadcast. I'm gonna rewatch the replay. And these guys, there, you know what? Even though we had more yellows today than a typical, I don't count Bristol because it's Bristol, but usually we run green. But these guys were pretty cordial. Most leagues, they, especially some some leagues that are really competitive. They kind of get hot headed and they start digging at each other. But these guys, they're I don't know if they've been around each other. I guess they have each other for a while, and they're pretty kind to each other. They might snap here and there, but we're racing, and we're in the heat of the moment. But they work it out. So I like this group here. It's good vibes. Of course, to Dad and the family for watching and supporting, and the car sponsors, BKA, our karting group here down in El Paso. Give them a look up on Facebook. Give them a thumbs up. And Need for Speed Automotive down in El Paso, and tandaracing.com. Look them up if you're interested in karting anywhere in the U.S. Private kart supplier. Go check them out.
Joe, I'll see you soon. Just be good, man. Be safe out there, okay?
Yeah, we'll see you.
That's Grijalva. He comes home P1. And this guy comes home P2. Lee Watson killing it with the strat here. You were trying to pull what I call the Van Squake strategy, trying to win it after having to save more than 3 laps of fuel. Insane to watch you do it. Walk me through this race, man. Congratulations, first and foremost. That was a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Because I was like, dude, I just kept pitting. Every time the caution came out, I was like, oh, let's see what happens here. I just kept checking. Oh, I can run this race. It was just, when I got there towards the end, I was like, I'm going to pull a Danica Patrick. Winning on fuel mileage.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you gotta make the if you're thinking, hey, if I save early and I save enough, there's going to be an opportunity here for me to have a top 3 night, podium, win, whichever. That makes all the difference. 1, boast confidence. 2, it's like, okay, well, I'm different than everybody else, but I made it happen.
Yeah, it was. I kept lifting earlier and earlier. See what happens here. Everybody kept pitting. I'm like, man, am I going to move way up here? Or I knew I was like, I'm in first.
Now you finished second tonight. That was good, man. I liked it being different because, and I told Grijalva, I said, if you had 1 or 2 more laps of fuel, I think toward the end you could have, you could have stretched a little bit of that saving just a little bit more. Because you had to massively save at the end. I mean, you were running out of fuel coming out of 4. I watched the catch by Ryan. I was like, well, this might be actually closer than I think between second and third. But no, I mean, absolutely able to coast it there to the end. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air whenever you can get out there and have those kinds of races, and you go and I don't know, big changes for me, and I like that. Walk me through kind of the mindset of a big track like this and what these cars feel like when it comes to iRacing.
I haven't been doing this very long, and I kind of suck at them because I don't have any banking to help me. Anywhere there's braking, I kind of suck of where my braking points are. I don't know where to brake, where to lift. So yeah, I don't know.
You didn't suck today, okay? You finished second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, if you think about how you had to save there, how you had to lift into the corner, watch the clutch, watch what the engine was doing, you were naturally doing everything you needed to do. Even though you had to, even though you were off pace saving, that's kind of what you need to do at speed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I see Indianapolis. I mean, you did a phenomenal job. I mean, you finished second with a driver who I mean, he did stretch about a 10-second lead, but he was full bore. You know what I mean? You had you had so much time you could have lost there, and you didn't, man. That's what's insane about it.
Yeah, I don't. If he was on newer tires than me and had more gas, yeah, because I was on my second set of tires at the was 20 laps in. I put the tires on, so at 30-lap old tires, and
having to save, you had to save your butt off. That's for darn
sure.
Lee, P2 finish, man. We get to talk to you today. Congratulations. Love to see it. Love to see what I like surprises. I like good races. Like, I'm a fuel strategy race guy. Like, if they took it and said, we're going to have 1 set of tires, we're going to and we're going to make sure that this is going to be as maximum to fuel as it could be. It was going to be a fuel strategy race all race long. You can give them 100 laps of tires, but if it's about stretching fuel, that's what's exciting to me because it's a whole different dynamic. It's what you see out of racing, and it's what you see in NASCAR, and that goes to show that you can have the same strategy as the pros do, and come in here and have a podium night, which is awesome.
Yeah, when I came out of turn 4 and he said you got 10 laps of fuel left, I'm like, hell, I'm going to try to make this. I'm going to do hell yeah, I'm going to try to make this in 10 laps. So I was like, oh man, am I going to have to pit with like 1 or 2 laps to go?
Well,
I'm going to stretch this.
I'm glad you didn't, because you'd have definitely finished somewhere back here in the
Oh yeah,
teens,
definitely.
We don't want to see that. Top 3 night, fantastic run. Congratulations, brother. Give you shout outs. You got a P2 finish tonight.
Yep.
You give shout outs. You give a chance to give thanks to the league, to the drivers, to whoever. Man, it's your time.
I don't have anybody to thank. I guess I should thank my wife for letting me do this.
There it is. That's the most important. Absolutely. Because my wife lets me do this too. So that's the way it is, brother. All right. Lee, I look forward to seeing what you do at Atlanta next week. You'd have a little bit more banking. It's going to be a little bit more fun, brother. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You too. Lee Watson comes home P2. Fantastic race. Fantastic job by him. And this guy had the battle of the ages all race long. And I'm going to tell you, probably the most impressed by almost a P2 night tonight. 1.4 second deficit there at the end for second. But you can't unshake it because, man, oh man, you had to go through the weeds tonight. Walk me through this race, Aaron. This one looked like you had your hands full. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a pretty stressful race. I had a bad qualifying. My second lap, I hit the wall, so I started 10th, I believe. And my plan was kind of just take it slow and try to avoid incidents, which didn't work out. And then at that point, it was like, all right, well, let's just be consistent. We'll just see what we can get. And then I guess I just tried to not get caught up by anybody in front of me. There was a few hard passes, and like I'm pretty surprised that I made my way up to third. I mean, there was one kind of free position with my teammates speeding on pit exit, and I didn't think Lee had enough, but man, he made it just across the line because he ran out right before it.
I was watching him run out of 4, and I was like, he's got a coast here. And I started watching the relative on the live timing close in, and I was like, this might be a photo finish for a second here. And it was he just crossed the bricks close enough because you were coming, man.
Yeah, I going into that last lap, I was like 6 seconds off or something, and by the time I came out of 2, I was like, it's like 4 seconds. I was like, is he running out? But he barely made it. I can't believe he made it last that long. Like I still needed 8 more laps of gas because he pit when I did, I believe.
Yeah, he pitted on 17. He saved. So the max that I've seen with just, the gradual wear and fall off on a traditional pit strategy is about 30 laps, between 28 and 30 laps. I knew that if he was going to make it, he was going to have to save those extra 3 laps of hard running, right? And it was more like, and I agree, I think it was more like 5 laps of saving because, I told Grijalva, I said, if say the caution came out 2 laps later than what it did, it came in on 19. That's a whole different end to that race than what it is, than what he had to do, because he would have only had to have really saved for 2 or 3 laps and would have been able to get back into the throttle. But nonetheless, I mean, I don't want to take away from any of the drivers out there, including yourself. I mean, I like field strategy races. Lee's the biggest mover of the race, and a big shout out to that factor right there. But when we were watching what you were having to go through, what the other drivers were having to go through, a couple of early cautions kind of set the precedent of, all right, well, we don't want to pace here. We kind of need to make moves. And sometimes this is a track where you have to make moves.
Yeah, and that's like when anytime I kind of make ground and catch up to somebody, I was like, I did not want to waste any time getting past him, because throughout the race, in the beginning of the race, when we have a little bit of green flag, I mean, one car stacks up in front of you, the guy behind you just gained 7/10, and all of that work that you've built up over your previous laps is all just lost. So, like, once you get up to someone, you really can't waste time.
We watched that
And that's,
off on corner exit of like 4 and corner exit of if you have a run there, you have to take it.
Yeah.
And we watched that with you a couple of times because it would stack up. You were talking about the stack up. It's usually stack up on corner entry of the first to the quad angle. So like turn 1 or turn 3, and if it stacked up there, you had no momentum for the passing lane on turn 4 or turn 2 or turn 4. And I mean, what is it like with this simulator to be able to just kind of gauge? I have to set myself up right here to be able to be good here.
The biggest thing that I noticed was like trying to get in. A lot of people are struggling with trying to get into 2 and 4, and that's like going into 1 and going into 3. People seem to be kind of consistent, but maintaining speed or not knowing how fast you should be going into 2 or going into 4, it's like that's where I was getting a lot of opportunity to make a lot of moves. My biggest move of the race, I don't think it was even actually in those. It was with James. He coming out of 1, he got loose, and like there was barely enough of a gap. But I mean, it's like you said, like I can't. You got to go for it. You can't waste time. And I sneaked in right between him and the wall.
Was that when you were pacing? That must have been the pass for third there, because I was like, man, you'd already made the pass and went back and I'd missed that one. Hold on, I'm gonna go find it.
He got a little loose coming out of 1, drifted down a tad bit, and I wasn't gonna go for it, but he left enough room, and I didn't let off the gas, and I snuck right next to him, and I think that kind of threw him off going into 2. And at that point, by the time we were into turn 3, I was 0.7 away.
Yeah.
Which helped me a lot with the cars behind, because Andrew and I don't know who else was around him. I know for a little while I saw Andrew's relative keep getting smaller and smaller, and I was like, I got to get moving.
Right there. Oh yeah, you got a little bit free. You were right there to the outside. Oh baby, that's a pucker moment. Hold on, we got to go back. That's a cockpit view moment. Hold on, let's go back. Right here. You see him whip, and you're like, oh baby. Yep. Yeah, you're committed. That could have snapped the wrong way for him there as well.
Oh yeah, and I mean it happened to me once earlier in the race with my teammate. Kind of nearly a similar incident. He was a little further ahead of me, and it just snapped back. And I don't know if you saw it at all. Not that caution. It was the second larger caution where there was kind of right at the pit entry.
Yeah, the one where
that
RB
was a pucker moment.
Yeah, when RB went to the moon and hit the water barrels like Larson. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. From my cockpit
crazy.
view, the whole track was smoke, and I just slowed down. Then I saw him fly way back up the track, locked my rear tires, and then I snuck in on the bottom, and I was like yelling. I was like, I cannot believe I just made it through that. I didn't touch anything. that was my big pucker moment of the race.
Well, let's go through this. We need a couple of them here. Hold on.
Especially because my fast repair was already gone.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to. I'm a fan of the fast repair when it comes to like starting your leagues and all that. And I think that once leagues kind of get into their groove, they go away from the fast repair. But in some sets, that was in some instances, I'm a fan of it on like these tracks right here where it's such a big track, you kind of want to just mind your P's and Q's and kind of do your thing. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, because all it takes is one decent hit, and you got the meatball.
Oh yeah, you're like, yep, oh, woo. Yep, I can see how that would make you pucker. Yep.
It's like I can't hit anything. I was lucky enough that when the first accident happened, that it was on turn 4, and I was at least able to hop my way to the pits. It took me a good probably 30 seconds just to get lined up correctly. My steering wheel was upside down.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, it's a big track.
Overall, I'm happy with today. It went well.
Yeah, P3 after having some things fall in your lap. Oh man, poor RB. You got hoods flying at you, debris, cars shaking and baking around you. That's what that looks like right there, folks. It was a great race, man. Congratulations, of course. P3 finish, nothing wrong with it. I know that you've got more. We got Atlanta next week. That's going to be fun. Regardless if it's old or new Atlanta, it's still a great racetrack for these cars. They get shaken up a lot, and if it's old Atlanta, we're going to see a lot of character out of the cars. You're going to see some free cars, especially if the temperature's hot. If the super speedway version of it, we're going to see who's going to be able to hold the outside lane.
Yeah, it'll be the old version, so it'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was my next suggestion to Andrew. Not that I don't like. Okay, so we just ran a charity race at Old Atlanta, right? And it fits certain driving styles. It fits, but it doesn't fit NASCAR. I think I really wish they just went in and just kind of put a repave in and not turn it into a super speedway. But it is what it is. I think Old Atlanta has, and I miss it as a championship race too. Long time ago, it used to be the championship race in NASCAR, and great. It's a great racetrack, and I'm so glad that you guys are going to be able to experience it again, and which we get to experience it on iRacing. That's what's crazy about it. Aaron, P3 finish, man. Give your shout outs. I appreciate you as always.
I'd like to thank Andrew Davis. I think I've done that every time, just for making the league and having all the admins and everyone working together so well and trying to improve the league as much as we can. We are a beginner league, but we're open, to learning, and we're open to slowly making improvements, and everyone's getting used to racing together. And I think we got a good group of guys. We've had the past few races, I feel like I've been consistently getting more people. So I just want to thank Andrew Davis and all the admins for helping put this together. And thank you for streaming each race. I love going back and watching them.
It's what we do, man. You guys do great. Tell people about AR Audio.
AR Audio Racing is the racing team version of my company. My company is AR Audio. I'm a freelance live sound engineer. I do anything from concerts to broadcast to more corporate work. But yeah, any sort of live production audio. That's what that company is. Currently as a member of one. That's just me. But yeah.
I know how the members of one start. That's how Signature Esports has started and continued to flourish. But we do have a parent company. It's called Signature Media, and that's my actual business. And we have a few employees. So,
hopefully I'll get there one day.
It took 8 years to do that. So I'm just gonna say it takes time. Whenever
Oh yeah.
it takes a lot of time.
Currently on year 2.
It's all good, man. I tell you what, you stick with it, and anything we can do to help, we would, of course, I know that you're part of the league, and your logo's out there especially every time a caution comes out. So you're praying for cautions, by the way. Right? That's we can talk about what you do.
There are a decent amount of them at the beginning of the race.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we had to talk about you a lot. So, and again, anything that we can do here with iRacing and with our platform, we're glad to see small businesses strive. I mean, I tell people all the time the biggest thing you could do is shop local, because it supports someone like you, supports someone like me, and even if you are in another state, shopping with the smaller businesses, one, can get you a better product, because first and foremost, you're going to have the personal attention. It's not just some big conglomerate. It's going to send some people want the big, I want that corporate structure to come in and knock it all out, but you won't have the attention to detail you get with a small business. And I think that's the number one thing that I can say, especially for you, for myself, and everybody that's dealing with media, audio, putting gigs together, and from videography to photography to just everything that goes into the media industry. You need somebody with a personal touch to make it feel like it's true to life.
Speaking of small businesses, I believe we got a sponsorship cooking up currently. I don't know if Davis has talked to you about it. I don't know if it's even official, so I won't say anything. But
it's on the stream right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is
it Gamadil or Gamadil? I can't even.
I believe it's Gamadil because it's like a game. It's a gaming PC website. This guy's just starting it up. It's still building it up right now. So we wanted to thank him for sponsoring. And we're looking forward to the future with him.
Yeah, too. I may have to have a conversation with him about PC. Because I can be like, hey, this is where I got my PC from. It's those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, because we're looking to go 4K. So if I can keep 1080, we're gonna go for it. Or if I can go if since I know I can do 1440, and not have any issues with that, and be able to live stream on YouTube and Twitch on two different aspect ratios, two different connections. I'm pretty sure that 4K is in my future. So
Hell yeah.
that's where I think that's the next step. I think that, and we're bringing back the Roku channel. So that's gonna be insane.
Exciting.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you this, and we'll be very blunt, folks. Owning and operating a Roku channel sucks. But it was a great way for people to sit down with their families and see it in a. I'm going to say YouTube doing the live streams in a professional fashion is awesome. But if you can tie yourself to a product name like Roku or Amazon Fire or Apple TV, that just makes it that much more to do it. I've had it before. I've had offers to join other channels, and I cannot forgive the double negative here. I cannot not be in charge of the product that I put my name on. If that makes any sense at all, it's just
No, and I completely understand that.
People call it ego. I call it being picky. That's what it is. Because I want to be able to make sure that what we put out there is exactly what I want it to look like, and I don't want to blame somebody for something I don't like. I would rather blame
And you
myself.
don't want to put out anything that you're not happy with. You want to be happy with the product that you're making, and if you can't control it and you're not happy with it, then
I have a hard time with having somebody else live stream on my platform. We've had that happen a couple of times, and I have to go back, and I'm like, I've had good experiences. Here recently, we had some really good experiences. But in the beginning, really bad experiences, and it just goes to show that you've got to take control of your own product, your own lives, folks, and consider your life a product of who you are. I guess that could be the best advice I can give today. Take control of your own product. Man, philosophy from Signature Esports. That's what it is. Aaron, much love, man. We're gonna let everybody get out of here.
thank you.
I appreciate you, sir. That's Aaron Ryan. He comes home number P3 today. Much love to him. Thank you to everybody out there. Thank you to the live stream. Thank you to the folks knocking it out of the park. It's Gamadil. Thank you very much. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And Justin, if you're out there listening to it, I got your message. Absolutely. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Folks, much love to everybody out there. Thank you very much for being a part of our live streams. Thank you very much for being a part of what we do here. And it is the goal, of course, to be able to do more and be able to be the best at our gaming stuff. The esports side of things with the Iracing streams. And, of course, it's always the best to remember that I'm here for your entertainment, and I want to make sure that you know that I'm always trying to do more and trying to be better. We do have our own gaming streams that we're trying to get out there and have some fun with, but we can't do it without you folks. So thank you very much. Thank you to the drivers. Thank you to the league. Thank you to AMP. Thank you to Gamadil Technologies. Make sure you go check them out. They do have a website up. I know that they're working on it, but I'm going to send you there anyway, because you can at least still reach out to them and take a look at the prices and give them the business early. It'll be exactly what we need to see. Be good, be safe, be kind of that's the most important thing out there, folks. Be good to your fam, and happy Monday to you guys tomorrow. I think happy Monday means a lot coming from a Sunday into a Monday, so hopefully you folks have a fantastic week. We got more racing coming up this week. We have championship races for Chop Chop Racing. Grijalva gets the what in the world? Grijalva gets the victory today, and I know Aaron Ryan's thing's not changing over for me, but I was trying to change it over for everybody here to watch what we had to watch the end of that race and watch the end of the cool stuff that was happening here. So yeah, Grijalva gets the victory here today, and it was a ton of fun. Thank you to everybody. Much love. Budgie, you're amazing. Thank you to Jess for letting me do this, because I mean, without her and that support, folks, you wouldn't see me. She's my world. She is my world. Love your family. Love your folks. Good luck to Grijalva on get back down there to the getting back down in the old Louisiana area. If you have a military member out there as well, make sure that you shout them out. Leave us some notes in the comments, folks. I want to see what you guys have to say. And of course, and always, we'll see you to the next one. Peace.